Good morning, my friends. How's everybody? We're going live today over here on TikTok and on YouTube. It's a little dark in here, so I'm still getting a little situated because I just got off of another group call that kind of ran over. So give me just a second and see if I can get all this lined out. I don't know if that helped or not, but I hope so. Anyway, hey, how are you all? Come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. And how's your day been so far today? Are you getting everything lined out like you want it to, or are you just kind of like hanging in there? Hmm? Let me know. So, I just want to talk to you real quick about, I want to be honest with you, really, really honest with you about why you're working harder and still not getting ahead. Have you noticed that? Is that what's happening with you? It seems to be happening easier to a lot of us most of the time. But here's the thing, you're closer than you think. You're closer than you think. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Absolutely, it's not there. So, your income isn't where you want it to be. It's not because something is wrong, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. But then again, it's probably not you. It's probably not you. So, let me know. Let me know in the chat. How are you doing? Are you posting and posting and posting and you don't feel like you're making any headway? Or is it just streaming along and swimming along fantastically for you? It's been a busy morning for me, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry. I just got off of the call before, so I'm a little behind, but I'm here and we're going to do what we need to do to get this party going. Okay. So I'm going to get my phone out of the camera of YouTube over there. So the saddest part is, honestly, is most people quit right before things start working. And that's the hardest part because you don't even realize that you're giving up, that you're leaving it, that you're not doing it anymore. And I've been there. Oh, I've been there. And it's not a comfortable place to be in. But you just think there's no other way out. I've got to do it. I've got to just go ahead and change that, stop that, not go there anymore. So many good people right now are doing everything they've been told to do. Yes, learning, trying, showing up over and over and over again, but still feeling like nothing's working, nothing is changing, and time, not to mention your life force, your energy, is just slipping by. Is that you? Does it feel like you sometimes? It's like, and here's the part no one really talks about because it's just not frustrating. It's completely exhausting and it's discouraging. Yes. And if we're honest, it's just a little scary, more than a little scary. So I've been there. I've been there, and I want to share something with you. There was a time not too long ago where I felt like I was trying and trying and trying, learning and learning and learning, and doing everything I thought I was supposed to do, but nothing really seemed to be changing. I really want to know if this is you because this is an important topic today. Are you always going and doing and working so hard, but nothing's changing? And that's a super uncomfortable place to be in, right? Working hard, putting in all the time, actually earning less, actually doing more and earning less. Have you had that moment where you think, oh my gosh, is this even possible? How can this be possible? It's not like, I wasn't lazy and I wasn't unwilling, but I felt all this pressure all the time. And it's like time mattered, but I needed something to work. I needed something to work. So, hello, come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. So, we're going to go through a lot of awesome stuff here about you're doing everything, but it's not working. But you are closer than you think, right? You're closer than you think. So, all this stuff is what actually led me to start wondering about and asking for something different about what can I do? What's changed is what's happening. And it wasn't just another idea, but something that I could actually help me build real consistent income without feeling like I had to figure everything out. Yeah, is that you? From scratch to recreating the wheel all the time. And if you're a type A personality like I am, sometimes it's just easier to do it yourself. Sometimes you feel like, well, if I want it done right, I got to do it myself. And then you overthink it. And then you go back and you reconstruct it. And then you go back and redo it again and again and again. And nothing really ever gets out there, right? And it's like, well, if it does, then it doesn't do anything and it doesn't give you time to enjoy your life. Didn't give me time to enjoy my family, my retirement, because I was always doing things over, starting from scratch, trying to figure it out and trying to make it fit perfectly before I showed up. So come on in, let me know you're coming in from. Welcome, say hello. And I remembered I didn't go searching for what to do next like most people. I just was quietly asking inside. I just kept asking. I remember I kept questioning, what is it I'm supposed to do? And then Spirit nudged me. I'll never forget the day when I heard Spirit say, why don't you take a look at this? And I thought, wow, that's interesting. And so I did. And then that's when I realized that something, one little something that changed everything. And it wasn't my effort. No, basically, my untrained and unaware approach was keeping me not moving forward. It was one of the models out of several that I had been using in the past. Because if you have a model where you trade time, you earn a small percentage, everything depends on you. You can work harder, super, super hard, but you stay stuck. Aren't you tired of that? I got so tired of that. So thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Come on in. I'm so glad that you're here. When you stay stuck like that and you keep going over with a model that's not building for you, not working, not giving you momentum, it's like that's when you start to lose. You lose inspiration. You lose excitement in what you're doing. You lose wanting to show up for anybody. And that was one of the biggest struggles I see with heart-led people. I'm so glad the heart showed up. Thank you so much for hopping by. I know if you can't stay, that's fine. If you have to hop off, you can catch this full live that I'm doing right here on TikTok over on my YouTube stream. So welcome you YouTube and welcome TikTok. Come on in if you don't know me. I'm Madeline. I'm a Texas mom of three, grandma of three. Started this business because I needed something to stop the pain of watching my funds dwindle because I kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And lo and behold, it was the wrong model and system for me. And I finally found the right one. So this is what I see mostly heart-led people is the feeling that they can do it everything alone. But you can't. You can't. But when you're used to being your own boss, kinda, a type A person, in control person, you're going to do it on your own. You're going to keep learning. You're going to keep watching those videos. You're going to keep trying to piece all the pieces together. You're going to reconstruct those pieces and get them back put together again. And then you're going to, how many times you're going to redo that over? It's exhausting. Yes? But yes, in there, if it's exhausting, absolutely. But this is where it gets interesting because right around all that time that I was going through that, I wasn't pushing harder. I actually let myself step away. I gave myself a little space where I could connect more into a calm self, connecting with my inner divine guidance each morning, and allowed myself to keep an inspirational journal. Do you have a little inspiration journal? Mine looks like this. Little inspiration journal. You get downloads and inspired all the time, all day long. If you keep a little journal, a small one that fits in your pocketbook, just jot it down. And you'll find when you start getting these inspired hits and you start jotting them down, you get that creative juices flowing more and more and more. Then you get excited. You get back to doing your online digital business because then you found a way, because you were guided for a way to change it and get a system that works. So when I gave myself that space and allowed for that intuitive hits to come through, I realized that I didn't have to feel guilty and I didn't have to feel like I was falling behind when I took time away. We all have to take time away. You get a little clearer. I got clearer. And some of the biggest breakthroughs, they don't happen when you're working because you don't give it room to come in. They happen when you step away. So when you stop forcing and you start allowing, that's when those new ideas show up. And one of the ideas that came in from me was I actually listened to what Spirit said. I didn't need to work harder. What I needed, that I needed to change. So what was it I could change? Maybe a different way and a better way to work. And so Spirit led me to that different way. Better than anything I had seen before, better than anything I was doing before. And then that's when things started to shift for me. And I so want them to shift for you too. Because instead of trying to build everything from scratch like I always did, I stepped into something that was already done, already had it. It had the structure, it had the support, absolutely had a clear pathway. This is what people don't understand about Legacy, the program that I'm in that I so, so, so love. It's not a product, it's a system. It's a system that allows you to learn the skills, to follow a proven path, and have parts of your business already working in the background for you as soon as you sign up. You just follow the steps. And it wasn't information like you normally get, like I used to get on other classes and courses that I would sign up. Then I'd figure it out. And then I'd always think I could do it better. And then I came away from it doing nothing, absolutely nothing. Legacy was a system that already had the structure, the training, step by step guidance, personal and interactive mentoring where you don't have to do it alone, even though you think you'd rather do it alone. Just leave me alone. Let me figure this out. That's how come it's not working for you. You have to listen to some of your guidance. And then with Legacy, the automation was in place. And it did all the showing, the telling, the presenting, the email sending, the delivery, and the follow-up for me. So instead of depending on me or it depending on you to do everything, you have pieces in place that continue working on its very own, even when you're sitting away and trying to make something happen. You have to take that break, take that little calm, introspective time without feeling guilty. Because anytime you get in that guilty feeling and you feel like I need to be doing something else, it's when you still shut the frequency of the flow down for you. And that's what I loved about Legacy. Was a big shift for me because I honestly, and I'm sure you're the same way, let me know in here. I used to think if I'm not working, nothing's happening. That's our type A personalities. And we've got to control stuff. I have to do everything. I have to figure it out. But from Legacy, it easily moved me into, oh, look, I have support. Oh, look, I didn't understand this way. Now it's much clearer because I follow the direction. Oh, look, I can actually do this. Look at this. Because when you're in a phase where nothing seems to be working, let me give you a little tidbit here. That's the exact time most people quit. Most people quit. You don't want to quit. You want to restructure yourself, regroup. So basically, It's like that old miner's story that we hear all the time. The old miner dug and dug and dug in his gold mine until he got so old and so tired. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, my friends. It was like, and he finally decided to sell his gold mine because obviously it was a dud. So he sold it for whatever, not much. And then he stepped away, and the new owner stepped into that mine and got that pick. And the first strike that he hit in that dead dud of a mine, he hit the hugest vein of gold that they ever had on record. So that's a really well known story. It's like, don't quit when you're just 3 feet from gold. So are you going to be the old miner that just gave up, walked away, said, this is not for me, I'm not going to do it? Are you going to be the new one coming in with that new strike through, that new energy, that new excitement, because you followed a new journey, a new path, a new system that's actually working for you? See, does that make sense? With the right support, the right structure, the right training, the right product, it's that you can actually apply. That's when things begin to shift for you. And just because you can't see it happening yet doesn't mean it's not working. That's the proof about the miner and the gold mine, 3 feet from gold. You're all set up, ready to help each other, help other people do exactly what you did once you step into legacy and follow the training. Someone can come across your content that you might have put out there a year ago. They can click on the link, learn about what you're doing, learn about what you're offering them, how it can help them. They can move forward without you having to be right there in that exact moment. So let me give you this little tidbit about automation. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, but it doesn't replace you. It's super wonderful when you realize and let it support you. Absolutely, to support you. Does that make sense so far? When I understood that, that was another huge shift for me. It's like, because now it wasn't more time, more money, it became better structure, more focused action, better results, easier on me. And instead of earning a small percentage like I did with the other models from affiliate and multi-level marketing, mm-mm, I didn't get a small percentage anymore. Legacy, no matter which program, which one I decided to go with, when I got my system set up and going, each time somebody found it and wanted to do the same thing, I got 100% profit straight into my account. There's no middleman, there's no delay. Just like for your customer, when they buy from you, they get it instantly. We love this instant gratification. That's what we're all about right now. Like instant gratification and 100% profit going straight into your bank account. That's just cherry on top of the cake, isn't it? So wouldn't you agree with me that that's a very different feeling than waiting and for a smaller percentage for all the time that you put in? And also, you don't feel like you have to do everything alone. You just don't. It's just right there. It's what most people are missing, is that you don't have to do it alone anymore. There is so much of an easier way. Just let yourself look at it. If you have to hop off of here and you can't hang around, if you go up to the link in my bio, drop your email in there, I'll email it to you. You'll see everything that I'm talking about here. So if you're sitting there thinking, I've been trying, but nothing's working. No, you might want to hear, you're not the problem. I'm just want to tell you, you are not the problem, honey. Not at all. You just might be using a model or a system that was never designed to get you where you want to go. And you didn't even know it. You didn't even know it because it's supposed to work. Why doesn't it work? So you're learning, you're growing, you're expanding, but your results haven't caught up yet. But they will. They will. And then I had this moment that really surprised me because then I realized, wow, legacy builder. Wow, it's called legacy for a reason. That never dawned on me right at first. I was in here for a while doing my good stuff, and it was like legacy, legacy, legacy. I'm like, okay, okay. Then I realized it's really called legacy for a reason. It just isn't income, it's something you can actually build. Took down a note this morning in my class, and I wanted to share it with you, so I wrote it down here. Growth is compounded. Legacy gives you compounded growth in your income so that you can actually step away and leave a legacy. It's set up that way for you. How does that make you feel? Can you just ease out over that? It isn't just income, it's something you can actually build and leave behind. So, and remember, just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not working. Again, growth is compounded, but you have to have the right model, the right system, the right product that's in high demand, and then the right training of how to get yourself out here all over on social media, all on the different networks, all in the emails, so that you show up the right way. So someone is drawn to you and are willing to take a chance and look at what you want to share with them. So if this is speaking to you, my friends, if you're ready to look at something different, just again go up here to that link in my bio and take a look. And if it resonates with you, be sure to move, take action. That's important. You know, when you get an inspired hit, the quicker you get this inspiration of a hit and the quicker you take action, the more you shorten that gap, the quicker it shows up for you, the more power it has behind it for you. So I'm so happy that I finally found something that made sense for me. And if you want to see it, it's there for you too. Just put blueprint here in the comments, wherever, or go ahead and grab it up in my link. So I want to leave you with this one thing, this one little thing. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. Sometimes the quietest phase of your journey is the one right before everything changes. Isn't that what they say? It's the quiet before the storm. Wouldn't you love a storm of beautiful things starting to show up for you? I absolutely would love that for you. And I love this for you, especially if you're going to take a look at the blueprint and see what a legacy can offer to you too. And if you have any questions, the email that you get from me with the blueprint, just reply to that email. I'll be glad to answer your questions. So my friends, yep, short and sweet. Have a great Friday, great weekend, wherever you are, whatever country you're in. I'm glad that you stopped by for a few minutes, and I will see you probably on Monday, because I like to go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays live at 9 a.m. Central. So let me close over here on YouTube. Thank you for being here, YouTube. End it. Yes.